Hello and welcome back to After Action Review with Sergeant Dan. This week's been a little bit crazy. As we can see, the biggest thing of this week actually is Microsoft is in the process of acquiring Activision Blizzard. The process shouldn't be done until around June of 2023. So long term, it's going to be a bit of a wait, but at this point, until there's like a no put on piece of paper, this acquisition seems to be going through. Brings a lot of Activision and Blizzard's, and it looks like King, pretty much a lot of their IPs and assets over to Microsoft or Xbox Studios. The big one people name off are Overwatch, Diablo, Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Candy Crush, and StarCraft. The entire series of StarCraft. One thing people have mentioned is that they were talking about World of Warcraft and them saying controllers wouldn't be able to play this game. Modders would beg to differ. Modders have actually already made this game controller accessible, so we'll see where that goes. It'd be interesting, actually. It's just pretty much going over some information with 3 billion players. That's probably the most important part, though. Microsoft will acquire Activision Blizzard for $95 a share in an all-cash transaction valued at $68.7 billion. Inclusive of Activision Blizzard's net cash, when the transaction closes, Microsoft will become the world's third largest gaming company behind Tencent and Sony. The planned acquisition includes iconic franchises from Activision Blizzard and King Studios like Warcraft, Warcraft, Diablo, Overwatch, Call of Duty, and Candy Crush. In addition to the global esports activities from Major League Gaming, the company has studios around the world with nearly 10,000 employees. Right now, Bob Kotick, the individual, one of the names behind the Activision Blizzard debacle right now, will remain CEO more likely until this is done, and no story of what's going on with him afterwards. So this is kind of interesting. Big news, kind of. Apparently there's I'll delete that part. This is big news. Really, it is. At this point, there's nothing to slow it down, and on top of that, Phil also updated the new milestone for Gamepass, which is now crossed 25 million subscribers, which is actually pretty amazing. That is a what? After the 18 million last reported, another 7 million on top of that, and that was only reported 2 months ago. So not really 2 months ago. I think it was 18 million 2 months ago, 17 a month before that. But that is a bump. That is another bump that's making a subscription service look a lot more feasible in a lot of different areas. So we will be seeing where that goes. Games on the Xbox, for the most part, unless they're a third-party game and doing cross-gen support, are still $60. So that's another bonus, I feel. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the IPs they're going to be gaining from if this acquisition goes through. The $7 billion gets thrown around a lot. 68.7. 70 billion, just you want to be lazy and round it up. It's okay, I guess. So you have a list of IPs that would be owned by Xbox following the acquisition of Activision Blizzard. We got Blur, Caesar, the largest one, Call of Duty, massive mobile game, Candy Crush. One of the oldest mascot and icons for a lot of people growing up, just like myself, Crash Bandicoot. A really old franchise at this point because Diablo 1 released significantly long ago. Don't really remember. I think it's 10 plus years at this point. DJ Hero, which I haven't heard much of lately. Empire Earth. There's a lot of these games that you don't see having current releases. Gabriel Knight. Geometry Wars, it's very seldom talked about. Guitar Hero, which that and Rocksmith have been a while, at least from my remembrance. Gun, Was there a second one? I only remember one. I'm so sorry. That was so long ago too. Hearthstone, that's another massive esport. Heroes of the Storm has had a rocky few months, a year so far. They've had some weird turnarounds, not being an esport, being an esport, no support. I can't really tell you what's going on there. Hexen, oh my god, that has been a while. Interstate 76, not familiar with that. King's Quest, another one I'm not familiar with. Laura Bow Mysteries, sorry. Lost Vikings, our three little Lost Viking friends. Oh my god, what was the last thing they were in? I feel like it's something I should remember. I think they had like a small little moment in World of Warcraft in one of the dungeons as like some bosses you fight, but that was a while ago. Overwatch, still massive, still coming out with number 2. If it hits by next year, before this deal is finalized, I don't know how that's gonna go. Phantasmagoria, I have no idea. Pitfall, old, like that's Atari old. They had like they had a mobile version. I saw a picture of a mobile version, I think it was. That was weird. And then they had like a 3D version that looked like it was like a PlayStation 1 game, which I never played. Blaze Quest, never heard of it. Prototype, the first one was great. The second one kind of hit a rock and stumbled pretty hard. Quest of Glory, no, sorry, another one I don't know. Singularity, I've heard of, never touched. Skylanders, I've seen, never played. Soldiers of Fortune, I think that's a game you can still backwards compatible play on Xbox. Space Quest, good luck with me remembering that one because I won't. Spyro the Dragon, like one of the big, I think it was 4 or 5 mascots that were massive. Spyro, Crash, Banjo were the 3 I loved. StarCraft, it's big. It's even the first game is still a massive esport compared to the second game, but they're both living in the esports genre right now, both doing great. Tenchu, please, can we please get another one? Like, it's been years. Like, someone take some paddles to this motherfucker. Clear! We need him alive again. Time Shift, maybe. I'm wondering sometimes. Tony Hawk Pro Skater just had a recent one come out, and I'm happy for it. You can remake the others, maybe. I don't think there's going to be any more coming forward after this. Tony Hawk is really a big name with us older fellas. It's not going to resonate with the newer crowd. So maybe something that needs to be looked at into adding different people into the title. Although Skate, I think, is actually doing pretty decently right now, although it's been a couple years since that came out too. And World of Warcraft. Don't say World of Warcraft, just say Warcraft. The Warcraft universe is so massive. It has, I'd say, there's 3 different versions for the first game, 4 different versions for the second game, or 3 different versions. Warcraft 3 and its subsequent DLC. And then you got World of Warcraft with its 9 now, 10. Goddamn. And then Zork. I have no idea. Xbox parent Microsoft confirmed on Tuesday that it's acquired Activision Blizzard in the games industry's biggest deal ever. This just beat out the other one, which was $20 million range. People were really gloating that the Bethesda deal was no longer that big, and now this is double in payment. So that's kind of crazy. The deal is expected to close in Microsoft's fiscal year 2023, June 2023. Subject to closing conditions and completion of regulatory review, the transaction has been approved by the boards of directors on both sides, both Activision and Microsoft. The acquisition will also at studios such as Infinity Ward, Raven Software, Sledgehammer Games. Raven Software actually did something really interesting with the hacking the hacking AI. Now it really just it bricks the person's game pretty much. The aiming stops working. They do no damage. They can't turn no more. Oh my god, those videos are hilarious. Toys for Bob and Treyarch. Infinity Ward is actually more of a shell of what it used to be, which is kind of sad. I think a lot of them went over to Sledgehammer Games, which is kind of funny that they're all back here again. Then bring its first party roster to 30 studios, along with additional publishing and esports production capabilities, and a major presence in mobile with the addition of Candy Crush Maker King. Oh, okay, yeah. So it's just the one company that made Candy Crush. Hopefully they can start working on some mobile games. They did have mobile games out. Right now, the one I can think of is Forza Street, which is closing down at the start of spring. So no longer can play Forza after that. Now, let's go to my favorite part of the news, because this talk was interesting, but I really have something more important to tell you about. So, we got new games on Game Pass coming out. Some are already out, some are coming. You got Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc, and Death's Door. Y'all better fucking play that. I'm not even kidding with you. Play it. That's all you gotta know. Just play that game. Like, everything else can wait. You're playing Death's Door. You have no excuse now. You don't need to buy it. It's right there. Click download. Play the game. Take the bird with the sword and kick some ass. That is all. There's also the Hitman trilogy coming. I played the third one. I didn't really dabble in these first two. I dabbled in the older ones. Nobody Saves the World. Sorry. Paparazzi. I got nothing. Rainbow Six Extraction, I heard, was terrible. A lot of people that were in the beta test were really disappointed. Gonna have to wait until see what happens with that. Rainbow Six Siege, the deluxe edition's coming to PC. Then you got Taikono Tatsujin. Taikono Tatsujin. You know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna stop trying to pronounce that because I'm gonna fuck it up more. And Windjammers. It kind of looks retro. Is it like a retro game? I really want to check that out now. That's like some nice artwork. But no, this one right here. You're playing that. You're playing. You're going to play Death's Door right now. Go download it. Yeah, right now. Don't look at me. Turn your Xbox on. Download that game. Go play it. Come on, get a move on. Now, I'm not kidding with you. Turn your Xbox on. Hit the download button. Start the game. Okay, that's it from me from After Action Review with Sergeant Dan. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. You can play this game. And play this game. And play. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna zoom this in more. Play this. Play it. Play it. This game right here. Oh shoot. This game. Play it. Not even kidding with you. Play it. That's starting down with After Action Review. Play this game. Signing out.